Thanks so much for watching The Mask Creative. I won't reveal myself just yet. So I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for such a long time now, and finally I had the courage to say, F it, I'm gonna do it. Now, time for honesty. So for a while I've been going through a lot, emotionally, physically, mentally, and in order to conquer my depressing self, I kept thinking what I needed to do, what I needed to change about me or around me so that I'm not constantly feeling this way. And what I realized was that I needed to feel like myself again, my old self, and go to my happy place. Ever since I was a child, I've been drawing, I've been painting, I've been making art, and thanks to my dad and my granddad, that's where I get my art genes from. And every time I'm in my art space or my art zone, that's when I'm truly happy, and that's when I feel like myself again. Drawing or painting or being creative in general, whether it's digitally or getting my hands dirty and physically making something, even if it's just henna, that's when I know when I'm truly happy. And even just for a while, that's when I feel like my old self again. So after like 5 years, I'm starting a new sketchbook, and I'm honestly so excited for it. The last sketchbook I had was in high school, so that was that was 5 years ago. But I distinctly remember that I never used to fill in the first page of my sketchbook because I either didn't know what I wanted to draw on the first page, or I didn't want to ruin the book. You know what I mean? If you felt the same, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, so now that I'm starting a brand new sketchbook, I was like, I've got to have a nice first page so I can keep on track, I can keep making art. I've always really liked the quote, "The earth without art is just So I'm probably gonna go along that line and draw something related to that. Let's see how I go. Firstly, guys, I'm so sorry that it's upside down for you. When I was recording it, I kinda didn't have much space around me, and my tripod's quite small, so I couldn't really do a bird's eye view. So what I've got here is some watercolors and pens and colored pencils. This is going to be a mixed media piece. I actually haven't used my coloring pencils in so long, and I'm feeling really happy to use them now, which is why I've kind of organized them like this, like I used to as a child. I've outlined the first page now because I have a bit of an idea of what I'm going to draw. Then I'm using my watercolor palette as a stencil, sort of, to draw my circle. Guys, this is not exactly cheating. I doubt that after such a long time that I can draw a perfect circle. So I'm just utilizing a tool that I have. It's completely okay to use resources that can help you draw and paint better. The circle is the Earth, and now I've drawn on some continents, including New Zealand down the bottom. Can you believe that in really old maps, and even some recent world maps, New Zealand was completely excluded? Like, hello, I know we're teeny tiny, but we do exist. So next, I'm drawing some art supplies surrounding the Earth. There's coloring pencils, paintbrushes, paint palette, a sketchbook, and what I've done is mirrored it so it provides a bit of symmetry. Then I'm going in with my watercolors, blue for the water and shades of green for the land area. Now that I'm getting back into drawing and painting after so long, I think I've kind of lost my art style. In high school, I really liked realism. I would always draw from life, but recently I've started liking abstract art, so I'm gonna fill in this sketchbook with all kinds of art, just to, you know, get my groove back. And now that it's dry, I'm using my coloring pencils to add a bit of shading to the water and the land. At this point, I want to explore and see what I really like to draw, and then I can kind of find my art style again. This is quite a small sketchbook, only about 20-25 pages I think, so I'm pretty sure I'll fill it up quite fast. And now I'm coloring in my art supplies using coloring pencils. I'm really liking the symmetry going on here because the colors have really started to brighten the page. Next, I'm using my 0.5 black fine line pen to outline the whole piece. And now that it's looking a bit more defined, I'm going to add some details to make it more interesting. I'm outlining all of the art supplies using the same black pen. And for the water area, I'm using my 0.3 black fine line pen to make some small lines to signify the water waves and the water flow going from the outside in. Then, to cover the whole page, I'm using a thick black Sharpie. I don't want to add in a galaxy background because the foreground is already so colorful. I've got a correction pen here, so I'll use this to add some stars. And I'm using this because I don't have a white pen. I try to innovate with what I have, and this is a nice replacement, but I should get a white pen soon. It's really handy for adding highlights in art pieces. Anyways, I've got a silver gel pen here, so I am adding in smaller stars all over the page. It's looking quite nice, I think. And especially with the quote, it's made the page even more personal. So this is the final front page cover, and I think I'm really happy with it, seeing as I've just gotten back into art. It's turned out really nicely. I really hope all you creatives out there like my video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it's a real booster for me because it'll encourage me to keep making videos and share my art with you guys. So thank you. Bye!